Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have some topics to cover thanks to some info revealed by White Gold, who was featured on Eminem's Music to be Murdered By. And in a recent podcast, he spilled the tea in regards to Post Malone and Eminem, a Royce collaboration that didn't make the cut, and even confirmation of some rumor that was floating around before Music to be Murdered By Side B dropped. And we'll be exploring how fans have reacted to this new information in this one. As we dive in, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So we'll start this with talk about Eminem and Post Malone. And before we get to White Gold's statement, it's important to know that Post Malone, at the time his last album dropped, already talked about the possibility of working with Eminem when he spoke with Zane Lowe. Take a look.
We talked. Well, we haven't talked, but everybody's talked, and I mean, what a legend. There was a time where, you know, working everything out, but just timing-wise, sometimes they just don't match up at that time.
Yeah.
But there will be a time.
Can be great.
I covered the story back then on this channel, and viewers were open to the idea of it happening with popular comments like this: Em and Malone collaborating, interesting. And even those that were not really pumped were still open to it like this: I wouldn't mind the collab, but it wouldn't be something I'd be hyped for. And from the recent episode from Black Spider podcast, where White Gold also talked about his new single Many Faces, be sure to check that out after this video. This is what White Gold had to say about Eminem and Post Malone.
Yeah. Well, I got some, man. There's one that I really want him and Post Malone to do.
Yeah, I've heard he wants to make a song with Post Malone. I've heard that. I heard he was gonna be on Post Malone's last album, but I forgot what happened.
And under a thread about this on Reddit, a user describes the likely reception of a Post and M collab. Like, this track will probably be considered the most Kanye's thing ever, but low-key, everyone's gonna be a closeted fan. Just like how many people have been vibing to those kind of nights low-key, as the streaming numbers show. And on this collab, another user adds, I don't really like Posty, but I like that he's unique in the whole autotune game. Would like to see some hooks from him, that's about it. And White Gold was active under a post about this on Twitter, responding to fans. After a user stated, I don't see that Post Malone collab at all, White Gold responds with shrugs emojis. And for those getting ahead of themselves, White Gold cleared the air. I didn't say the song is made, I said I have the song I want them to do. Please don't get ahead of yourselves. And Post Malone collaborating with Eminem wasn't the only discussion in the podcast. After the Adventures of Moonman and Slim Shady dropped, Kid Cudi teased that he had more songs with Eminem in an exchange on Twitter, where he responded to a user's question, more songs with M? And he answered, I think so. And fast forward to when rumors about the release of Music to be Murdered By Side B hit overdrive just days before it dropped. One of the sources that claimed to have info about the Side B release date tweeted this: 3 days till Eminem drops, y'all know Cudi recorded for it. But the album dropped and that evidently didn't make the cut, and now White Gold pretty much confirmed that Cudi was supposed to be on the album. Check it out.
But, I mean, Kid Cudi was supposed to be on it. It wasn't supposed to be Maj.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
that's interesting.
I think at the last minute they went to.
So he says due to some last minute changes, Kid Cudi didn't make it to the track and he was meant to have a verse or something on These Demons. And upon this revelation, over on Reddit a user states, damn, I was really praying for a Cudi feature on the album. Although These Demons is straight fire, I'd love to see Cudi on an M track. And some users have already jumped to conclusions like this. Cudi being on These Demons explains the random nature of the third verse, which gets this response, but the third verse is the best part of the song. And moving on to Twitter, on the initial plan to include Cudi on These Demons, the user adds, I could definitely see Cudi being on These Demons, and another user expands, while another Cudi joint I'd have loved, happy to see M give smaller artists like Maj the shine I am. But from what I got, Mad would have still been involved in the song regardless, so maybe M would have cut out one verse. And moving on, according to White Gold, there was a fire song Cemetery that didn't make the cut that would have featured Royce. Check it out.
There was one song that we were going to do that I put a hook on called I think it was called Cemetery or something like that.
And who was that with?
That shit was fire. It was with
Emin Royce.
Yeah.
Emin Royce.
What was it called? Cemetery?
And Royce is already getting tagged in tweets like this. Royce, get that big fella to release Cemetery. And on this, another user adds, would love to hear that Cemetery song, can never have too much bad meets evil. So what are your thoughts on Eminem and Post Malone, Kid Cudi missing the final project? Comment below and see you on the next one.